You ready? You ready for this? Look at that. Nice giant chunk.
Oh, I'm so glad we came over here.
Nice. I'm looking for these flat, shiny surfaces. Nice. I really love when I find random flint like this. I decided to, it's fall now. It's cold, it's like 20 degrees. Well, it's 25 now. Last night, I got in late last night, as usual, and just car camped this time. I slept in the back of the car, and it was very, very, very cold. I'm glad I had 0-degree weather sleeping bags. But decided to come down and look for flint, see what I could find along stretches here in the mountains. And I'm just going to explore around and see what I can find. I'm going to be heading west. So I was looking at this piece of limestone right here. And I glanced up the rock line here and found some pretty high quality flint. Test it. Yeah, that's pretty high quality. I'm keeping this piece. Cool. Look at all the frost.
Okay.
Sometimes it's hard to see it because this stuff has limestone mixed in. Here's a piece of limestone. Here's a piece of flint with limestone in it. So you can see how similar that looks. And then here you have the flint. It's just a little tiny piece. About half of this is flint. If you put side by side, you could see. Limestone, flint, limestone. Here's a bunch more. Some right here. This piece right here. Right next to limestone. That's a pretty big piece. I'm gonna take that. This is also flint, but it's very, very low quality and has a lot of flaws in it, so I don't really like to use this stuff. I always look for the higher quality. That lower quality flint. This looks really low quality. I got my giant copper lead filled bopper this time. Very, very, very low quality. Limestone here, a little bit of flint there. See this too. Next to it. see. It's chunky, crystally. It'll work though. This is all no good. This whole section here, there's only a line of good going through it. It only goes about halfway. So, I'll show a little bit of a comparison here. I mean, this has dirt on it, but you can see the smooth surface here and here. But if you look at this, and you see that one crack going through, that would flake off compared to this gray. And you can see the lines running through it. And you could see how this would not work too well for flint knapping. It would work for flint and steel, but this would be better for flint knapping. You can see it's two different materials. This one's gray-blue, this one's dark gray. Check this out. If you're out here and you find something that you're unsure of, the best way to test it is to take a corner off. So what I like to do is hold underneath and hit and look. If I can't tell from that, I'll take the whole corner off by hitting straight down. And I'll do that here. You see how this ledge is aimed like that? Like that. So what I'll do is I'll hit right in this ledge, like almost straight down, to test it. And not flint. Some kind of slate or shale. But that's the way I test it. Either that or I just snap the whole thing in half. Like that. As I was doing that, I glanced up here and saw something. There it is. Good piece of flint right here. Tumbled chunk. You don't even have to flake that to tell it's flint. I'm gonna leave this one though, it's tiny. Can't tell. I can't tell if this is good quality or not. Looks like no. It is okay. It's a rough flint, it's not fine-grained. So I'm going to take this piece. Let me test the other side. It's very rough.
Looks like limestone there, and
yeah, that's limestone.
you can see it kind of mixed in right here.
Yeah, so there might just be a little bit of flint in here. So I'm not going to take this piece of half of it as limestone. I'll just leave it. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to check in all the creeks and head west over the mountains, through the mountains, and I'm going to be looking for Onondaga CHERT. And that stuff smells like oil. And in my previous videos, I did find a few small pieces of that, but I never found any in the mountains here. So I'm going to see where that line starts as I'm just looking around. There's gray flint right here. Look at this. I've not seen this either, so I don't know what this is. Still a lot of limestone in there. Using a heavy bopper for this piece to try. Let's see. Crummy piece. Try to use just a slightly bigger one. The way I have the camera set up, I'm trying not to hit the camera. It's rougher in there. Rough stone. Alright. See what we can do here. That's really, really rough. A lot of flaws in here. Alright. See what we could do with this gnarly piece. It's super gnarly. Trying to get the curve out of things is always a pain, especially when you're working with something this little. It's not impossible, it's just a pain. So that it's not an incredibly small arrowhead. Here the legal hunting size is 7/8 of an inch. So as long as we don't break it with this crystal-y stuff in here, it should be good to go. But we'll just shape this a tiny bit. I know people love to see symmetrical points and all. But if you're hunting, it doesn't exactly need to be symmetrical. But I'll do my best for the video here with this stone that I have. It's going to be tinier than I want it to be. Be the same stuff, I don't know. High quality. Super smooth, super glittery, glossy. If I could find a big piece of that, that'd be great. I mean, if there's little pieces, there's big pieces, probably just like 3 feet down. Underneath all this stuff washed up. Keep looking. Find some more of that. This actually looks like higher quality. That gray stuff. Let's see what this side looks like. Yeah, I will take that piece. That's a good piece. That's probably a good piece right next to it. I'll take those. These are perfect for spear points and small knives. These will work great. It's got a little bit of limestone in it. The flint starts right here. You can see the line of where it starts. That's all limestone. So this would make a good knife, actually. That's a decent size. This is the highest quality I've found of this gray-blue stuff. So that's really exciting. I've been looking for this gray-blue stuff, and it's usually in small little pockets and not really able to be napped into a knife, arrowhead, a spear point.
There's another piece.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird shape with a lot of limestone.
Yeah, that's how we usually find it. It just is really chunky.
This is what I usually find.
But you have a
big
nice
pocket of limestone, chunky and small.
What you just found is like a nice slab of it.
Here's more. That's a good arrowhead size. Spear point. Okay, that is awesome. I really love when I find random flint like this. I'll keep looking. In my pocket. So I got a whole pocket full of flint here. With 15 minutes of walking around. It only took me 15 minutes to find all that good flint. Sometimes you come to a spot like this and you don't find anything at all. But you can't find it if you don't look. So look. I'm happy I did. I was just gonna leave, and I looked down and she found some actually. I don't see any more. I'll keep looking though. Here's a fossil.
What is it?
I think that's a fossil. I'm not sure. Yes, fossil. Some kind of worm. in the limestone. There's more up here too. Little tiny shells and stuff. More of the gray here. I'm looking for these flat, shiny surfaces. Nice. Yep. Taking that. In my pocket, there's a giant piece. Under this. Look at that.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Oh, nice.
Ugh.
There's some more
Yeah.
little one. And some chunks.
Yep. I'm taking this. See what I could get out of it. It's an arrowhead. That's an arrowhead. And Leah carries the big rocks. There you go. Enjoy that. Spotted a good piece of the black point. Right here. Nice giant chunk.
Oh, I'm so glad we came over here.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's a keep. See, you can see this is limestone.
Yep.
And then that's the flint. That's pretty high quality. It does have some damage, but I'll be able to get lots of spear points and arrowheads out of this. Nice. You carry the big rocks. Here you go. Here you go. You got that? Muscles? Muscles. Not gonna go too much further here. So I see one more piece right down there. Right at the last little bit here. Always be careful coming down these. You don't want to twist your ankle. It's a pretty good piece. Pretty high quality. Pretty solid. I don't see many flaws. There's a bunch of limestone right here. Nice. All right. I have some acid reflux. Coffee did it. Okay, so I'm going to take these and I'm going to head out and I'm going to keep exploring and see what other different kinds of flint and chert I could find. Different colors, different material. All right. All right, so one of the problems that I've had is determining flint and high quality limestone, because it looks really similar, you know, especially if it's wet. So you just test the limestone and you can see how grainy that is. So that's super grainy compared to super smooth and shiny. This is not shiny, this is dull and grainy. You can nap it. It will work. It's very brittle, it's very tough. This stuff is very sharp and very shiny. Here's more. So again, it kind of looks like limestone. This might actually be Onondaga. Hold on a second. Hold on. That is not Onondaga. It looks like it though. That's what Onondaga kind of looks like, that white gray. But this is the same flint as this, it's just weathered differently. Okay. So I can't even move 2 feet here. I saw this, I was like, up, limestone. I saw this, I was like, up, limestone. And my foot hit it, and it's flint. It's a big chunk of flint. It's high quality flint. I'll actually show you how high quality this is. See, it looks like junk, right? You ready? You ready for this? You see what I mean? Super high quality. Okay. Fossil. Right there. Shells. So I have no idea on this creek here what I'm looking for, but I see a little piece of quartz in this rock. You see that? Just a little tiny nugget. And I have no idea, so I'm just going to test whatever rocks look like they could possibly have something in it. Limestone. And I'm going to test the different areas of the rock too, because that's all limestone. So this spot's going to be difficult to determine what's what if the limestone looks like that. Keep looking. I think that's a toilet pipe.
Ew.
That's probably what that is. Ew.
Oh, this weird thing. What is that?
That's a conglomerate.
The heck? It's a weird stone.
See something that looks different here. It's pretty big. This looks like it might be a quartzite. Test. That's a quartzite. Keep looking. So I'm not finding a whole lot here, and I'm actually not too far from where I was at the other location where I found a lot. But here's limestone with flint in it. You can see a tiny bit of flint right there. All kinds of crud here. Limestone. So it's just little nodules of flint here. These stones here are good grindstones and hammerstones for flint knapping, as well as like if you need to grind up roots or grind up other tools or grind slate. These cobbles will do very well. They're very rough, like sandpaper. Good for survival bushcraft tools. So there's also naturally shaped stones like this. If you really need to grind something, you could find a flat rock like that and start grinding into it. Eventually it'll make a hole, and then you have a mortar and pestle. And I've used these before for crushing dandelion root and such. And it works really, really well. Here's another one right next to it. Would work really well. Like that. You could also peck a hole into this with another rock. Like if you just keep going like that, and grind a hole in there. And then as you start using this, it'll work really well. Found a little piece of tumbled glass. You can put that on a necklace. Pretty. Come up. Found a maybe right here. This is a probably not, actually. No. Not if it caves in like that.
It's just got some in there.
Got a little tiny bit of maybe, like right there. So, not so good at this location. A nugget of something. Don't know. Quartz. And quartz. Alright, I am driving about an hour west now. Not much in that creek at all. Little tiny nuggets. That's it. And I immediately saw stuff on the ground. I could already see there's workable stuff. Stuff you can use for flint knapping, for bushcraft, survival. It's flint, that'll make a spark, that'll make an arrowhead. It's really shiny. That's cool. Sparkles. Can you see that? So I'll take this piece. There's some right there, but it's not good. This right here is some kind of flint, but it's not good and has those crystal inclusions. But if you see stuff like this, then there's likely to be better around. So I'm going to poke around a little bit and look, and maybe try fishing over in that calmer area over there. There's been a lot of rain, so I don't know. Okay, so this stuff here, these little bounced around cobbles. If you're doing survival and bushcraft and you need a flint for your flint and steel fire starting, this stuff here is perfect. All you got to do is knock this piece off, or just take this, and that's good enough to hit your striker with, and that'll create sparks. This is all you need. You don't need much. You don't need a big piece like this. Got my steel striker here for flint and steel. A piece of flint that I picked off the creek here. Let's see if you can see the sparks. Just gotta bone hook, but I'm not using that right now. One of the reasons, one of the many reasons that I come out here to look for this stuff is not only to make my stone tools, but it's also to look at stuff like this. Like, I don't have this kind of stuff where I originally come from. This is still really new to me, and I've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm not used to it yet. I'm not used to seeing stuff like this. There's just a big rain, so this is way faster than it would normally be. And so far, today alone, I've seen an eagle on the side of the road eating something. I've seen a chipmunk, a wild tree squirrel. That thing was vicious. What else did we see? We saw so much already. We just woke up.
Groundhogs?
We saw groundhogs, 2 giant groundhogs. They looked very friendly. There was a woodpecker in the camp eating the trees. It was, well, not eating the trees, eating what was in the tree, but they were slamming their heads against the thing and making a lot of noise. But anyway, part of what I do is not just to find the flint. It's also to enjoy nature and to enjoy being out here. And I want to show you more of that. I've shown you enough of this. You could go back through my old videos and how to identify this. But along the way, I am looking for this stuff, and I will show you if I find any, because it's still awesome. But for the most part, I just want to show you these areas that I come to and what is so exciting for me to be out here. And I'm sure it's exciting for you guys to see as well. So I'll share it. So I saw this right here. It's a grayish flint. It's tough. Wow. Hold on. Hold on. Bigger hammerstone. Okay. That is not working. So it's crystally. It's definitely crumbly. That's a whole brick of it. So if you can find something like that, that isn't so cracked, and it's more pure, you'll have a good block of flint. But along these mountain creeks and mountain rivers, you'll find all kinds of stuff that you could use. So what I'm trying to say is, really, I use this as an excuse to come to places like this. Like, it's flint. But, look at that. This is the excuse. This is what I use to come out here. This is my reason for being out here, but not really at all. Walked up and down this bank here, just looking real quick, and there is flint here, but it's got all kinds of inclusions, and it's not the best stuff, but it will flake like that. And that could be used as a tool, a hide scraper, whatever you need, like any kind of sharp tool. You could use that as a knife even if you need to cut something sharp. I kind of cut myself on it a little bit, but this material is not the best for flint knapping because of all these seams and cracks in it. It'll kind of just break the point if you're trying to shoot that on an arrow or throw it with an atlatl spear. This will just shatter when it hits something. This stuff is way better. This is the only good piece I found on this stretch, but I'm not like crazily looking. I just walked straight back just to see what this looked like and to see if there was anything here. I found this. I found this stuff. I'm not happy with it. This I'm happy with. That's coming home. I'm going to make a spear point out of that if I can. So I'm going to clip that in here, just me knapping a spear point. We'll do that. Alright guys, very quick arrowhead from that stuff on the river. And I think there might be trout in here. It's been a lot of rain, so I don't know if they're here, but I'm going to try some fishing. Let's see if there's anything, I don't know. So I walked up further from the bank, and I'm finding more of this stuff up further. There's some right here. And that'll make a nice spear point. That's the same stuff. Just a little bit of a exploration day today. We just packed up from our campsite. We got in late last night. We camped up the road at a primitive campsite. I recorded a little bit of that. I'll splice it in here to show you. Alright guys, morning one. Poured out last night. We were up in here, right in that tent. And it rained so much, there's actually a little bit of water running down the road here still. First night is always a rough night. We got here, it was starting to get dark. We had to set up really fast. Did not really start doing anything yet. Just kind of got here and relaxed, went to sleep. I'll walk you through the site real quick. Let's see, look, there's literal running water. Yeah. Okay, so campfire, table, and tent, and that is it. This is a primitive campsite. There's nothing else. Not too bad. I like this site. I'm gonna mark this down. Leah is rolling up the tent. Getting ready to head out here.
Close.
He's looking. Oh. There it goes. Get the frog out of the campsite. Go away, frog. Alright, just wanted to fill in the blank spot there for you. All set? Next spot? Which way? That way or that way? That way? Okay. We're going that way.
Oh God. Hey, bear.
Goes all the way through.
That is pretty wild.
Guys, we are at some cave. This is like day 672 of the road trip. And we're looking at geology. We're looking at rocks and looking for flint and other things that we could use for primitive survival, bushcraft, and stuff like that. And this is pretty awesome. There's a cave with limestone and mudstone, siltstone, and maybe bears. Is any of this flint or jasper? Coming off the hill here, I found some blue chert. This piece here, look at that.
So the wind is picking up. It's definitely a storm coming. Temperature dropping. I gotta hurry up. Oh, what is this? It's like basalt, but yeah, that sky is looking gnarly.
You guys see this? Look at that huge rock outcrop there. I kind of just want to float down this in a tube. Do they do that? Look at this. I want to be like that goose. Just float.
Where's the goose?
Okay. This water is like really clear too. Oh, look at that. Storms coming in. Looks like bad storms coming in. School of what looked like little, about this big, bass. 12 of them. Really tiny. Oh, man, this area feels really nice. Look at that. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Deadly river. People drown here. Don't be next. So we are going to a campsite in the Pocono Mountains. And there's a pretty nasty storm coming in here. Does not look good. I come to the mountains. Let me turn this off so you can see. It's gonna ease up now. At least we're not stuck in a tent right now. Float away down the river. There's just something that I have to check out while I'm near here that I've been wanting to check out for a long time. So we'll go do that. Yeah, it's raining though, but who cares? is a protected archaeological site. You cannot take anything from here whatsoever, but I've been wanting to see it because it's a Paleo-indian quarry. And you can see the quarry pits right here and the stones they pulled out and pulled up. It's pretty crazy to see. I've been really wanting to see this for a long time. Standing on a bunch of tools here and stuff. Little tiny scrapers and stuff. It's all really old stuff. Day 2 or something, or new morning. Good morning. I just car camped last night because apparently you need to get permits to camp at the primitive campsites here, and we get in late, and that's after hours for the permit offices. So I just slept in the car in a Walmart parking lot. And I am very tired. Woke up at 6 in the morning again. Got a coffee. And I'm driving. And just looking around the Poconos. Okay, there's some cool looking rock formations up here, but I don't see any flint in the walls. Alright guys, I'll be back in a bit. Just drove past an advertisement. I'm gonna have to see if I could get the images on Google somehow, but it said Big Fish Lake. Pay a fee and keep the fish you catch. I am surprised. I am tempted to go down there and pay the fee and keep the fish I catch.
The big fish.
The big fish.
That are in the lake.
This town's a little wonky. Okay, I keep that to myself. See you soon. Does anybody else have a Tamagotchi? I have a Tamagotchi. I've had a Tamagotchi since the 90s. The battery's dead. I did not take good care of my Tamagotchi. Jasper.
Wow, look at that. That is wild.
So here's something.
Be careful when these, they wiggle.
See the holes? That means water was dripping there. So that's confusing. What the heck?
Was this once like that? And it's just filled in, and so maybe in another, I don't know, 10,000 years, this will be way smaller? Yes? No? No idea. Jay has disappeared. Where did he go? Okay. Yeah. So this would slowly fill in over time. They would drop their leaves, and fill in. Wow, that's so wild. So strange. So how big was this? What do you guys think?
I'm very confused. This doesn't make sense. Glaciated, unglaciated. Boulder field is here. How come it's not covered in forest? I mean, I see leaves blowing onto the rocks. Leaves rot, creates soil. There should be stuff growing in there, and there's not. Has anybody tested the salt level in there? Take your time, the rocks wobble.
Yeah. Do that, take your time.
So this is really cool. If you want to be really confused, come check this out, because I'm what?
So the sign said that it was way larger in the past, and the forest has slowly been filling it in for the past 13,000 years.
It says it's been here unchanged for 20,000 years.
Wow.
Where's the stream? Water drains from a bog east of the field, flows through the ground underneath the field, and emerges on the other side. So this was probably a lake.
Maybe.
So the rocks, for some reason, filled in a lake. There's a stream that runs underneath, it says.
Oh, wow. So, is this... Show this. Flip it over. No, okay. That picture, yes. So this, gelifluction, I don't understand that.
A gelifluction.
Gelifluction. I would
Frost
like to
heave.
learn more about that.
Freeze, thaw, crack the bedrock, yes.
So my question is, why is this not
Everywhere.
along the entire line?
Mm-hmm.
Unless I mean, was it? And it's just filled in? I don't... Like, if we followed...
The glacier line.
Where they're saying... I don't know. I don't understand.
Okay, I'm leaving here. I'm too confused. I am getting a headache. Let's go. And you picture something being miles high, plowing through sandstones, mudstone. That wouldn't take much effort for it to do that because it's...
Imagine the weight of that.
Stumbled across an old tannery, I think that's what it said. Look at that. The ruins of an ancient tannery. The river ran black. The woods next to the river are the ruins of Lehigh Tannery. Over 100 families lived here. 2 railroads ran through town. An ice house, a steam sawmill, a hotel and school all clung to the river's edge. Bark from the giant hemlocks was an ingredient essential to this town's success. It tanned as many as 50,000 hides a year. And now there is nothing left except the ruins and the ghosts of people who used to live here. Do you still hear them? I know I do. Do you hear those voices? Spooky. Come back here at night and do a ghost hunt. In the asphalt in these roads, these red roads, have like mudstone, siltstone.
It's different.
So it's turned it red. Hey Siri, can you play a song about Pennsylvania?
Now playing Pennsylvania by Matthew Mole.
Backing up. Got a banana? Look at that.
Be careful. Oh God. Hey bear.
Goes all the way through.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. That is pretty wild. What do you think about this spot?
I always love when there's a big river coming through with a big mountain above it. I always want to go up there and look down. And I don't know if you can get up there. That's pretty cool. Is that the gorge up there?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know if you can go up there. I mean, you can, but I don't know if there's like a road.
Or a trail.
Yeah. Don't know. Cold.
Coal dust. These little yellow birds are swooping all over the place.
I don't know. Red and pink rocks. Gotta be some kind of quartzite. Crazy. Really interesting blue rocks. I have no idea what those are. That cave right there, we wanted to go in from the other side and come through and look out, but it says danger. Danger in there, and it looks like it, I can't zoom this way. Alright, so I can't zoom this way, but it looks like the ceiling collapsed a little bit. So that's a bit of a bummer. Would have been cool to walk through there.
What is that?
Not sure yet. Not entirely sure. Quartzite? Where did that plate go? Is this flint? I don't know.
Pretty grainy.
Feel how sharp that is.
Ah, jeez. I was going.
Quartzite.
Oh wow, it is.
It's the blue chert. Right off the tracks here, and off the hill here, I found some blue chert. This piece here, look at that. Let me get a stone, let's say. Yeah, look at that. Chert. It's blue chert. What is it? There's only a little piece right here. The rest of it is not. Limestone. And then chert. Blue chert. Blue gray. Alright. I'll leave them here. Cool. Lehigh Gorge is freaking awesome. Been hiking around here all day. I'm kind of exhausted. Anyway, on to the next spot. Let's go!